Hello, Pep. How much does it help you and your team this weekend that you've got the clarity of knowing that if you win, you qualify for the Champions League and achieve the target that you reset?
Well, it's better. Arriving in the last games, it depends on you. Of course, in Fulham as well, but it depends on us. Yeah, it's better.
You've obviously got a lot of experience of getting the job done on the final day, maybe not in terms of finishing in the top four, but what's the secret to it? Do you pay attention to anything else? Do you look at any other scores, keep across it, or do you just focus on yourselves?
You have to look ourselves. We need 1 point to go in the Champions League next season, and you have to go to win against a top side.
Can I ask about Rodri? Obviously, he made his comeback the other night. What's the reaction to that being amongst everyone and him physically as well? Is he okay to feature again if needed?
Yeah, really pleased he's back. Really pleased for the reaction for our people to him. I'm pretty sure he's so pleased on that. But it's a long way still to be what Rodri was, and I guess will be next season. So when we'll start to be the Rodri not in the way like we have seen it before the injury, like I played 70 games, I play every 3 days. I think we'll take even longer for that, because the experience in this time of surgeries always you have to be careful. Otherwise, you have muscular problems and this kind of stuff. But it's the first step. So for his mind, for his knee, but still is not. It's not, to see Rodri what we know him.
Is everyone fit?
Yeah, except I think so. Except John, the rest is fit. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, Pat. Given the importance that you put on the Champions League each year, is Fulham therefore now the biggest and the most important game of the season?
By far, yeah. We have to deal like a game, prepare well, but of course it's really, really important. First, because it's an exceptional team. So when I saw it yesterday and today, I said, wow, it will be a really tough game. You have a good build-up, well organized. So they have everything the team has done. Could not be differently when the best season they have done in the Premier League in his history. And Marco is working with the team from a long time. They know exactly what they have to do. They have an incredible good central defenders, fullbacks, good keeper. Long balls, Jimenez is a winner guy, and the pace with Iwobi, with Adama, with the other quality in smaller spaces. They are a top side.
What's the cost if you don't get in the Champions League?
I will tell you after the game. It doesn't happen. Why we don't think we are going to do it? The guys asked me about the day before against Bournemouth if going to win or going to lose. So why always you ask me about what happened if we are not? It will happen if we are, right? So we'll see.
And does the experience of all those final days that you've had in the past, do you think that'll help your squad on Sunday?
I don't know. Every game, every competition, every players and every situation is completely different.
Hey. Pep, good afternoon. Obviously for Kevin, it's a significant day, the last day in a Manchester City shirt. What about the rest of the squad? Do you know now in your own mind how this squad's going to change this summer?
We'll see. Now I'm completely just focused on Sunday, and after the club will take the decisions we have to take.
But do you know how many players, for example, are likely to go?
No.
You've not given that any thought at all?
Listen, if I would know it, I'm pretty sure I admire you a lot, I would not tell you. So that's for sure.
Can I ask you about Phil?
Do you expect I'm going to tell you there is 4 or 5 players, I'm going to tell you the names are going to leave and the signs are going to come? Do you think you expect I'm going to tell you this today, now, when we're playing that? No,
just a rough idea on numbers? No?
No, honestly. Do you think in the question I'm going to answer you after how many years we are together here? I'm going to tell you how many players are going to leave in a massive important game before of us, and I'm going to tell you I'm going to beat the 22 players out in the squad. Come on. It's not going to happen that. You should know it.
Can I ask you about Phil? Because there's a lot of talk of Phil's mental tiredness, physical tiredness. How concerned are you about Phil? Because he was such a big star for you last year.
That's true. Phil said that, and of course he has not been, but not for him, for all of us, but he's a family for him. He's a He's a baby boy. He's in the academy. He's becoming one star with us, and we want to help him. So that is the most important thing. I thought he needs rest, and it's going to happen now after Sunday, and step by step he's going to come back. Is what we want. I just wanna help him. That is what just we want on him. I don't care about his performance on the pitch. I want to feel good, and after the rest will come in easy way.
Hi, Pep. After the Bournemouth game, you said if you've still got a big squad here, you will quit next season. How serious were you being with that, or was it just a joke from yourself?
I was laughing when I said that. I'm not going to quit. But the expression is the same, so I don't want to have players at home with his families when the team is playing. Everyone has to have the chance to play, compete each other to, the best of all of us. So that is the most important thing. That's why when you have a lot of course there are injuries during the season, but if it happens, the season will be a problem. But always we expect next season will be a little bit different, knowing that have a lot of games, no rest in the summertime, this kind of stuff. But the last, 3 weeks, 1 month, 4 or 5 players, 6 players at home, and that is not healthy for any of us, for them especially, for the club, for me, for everyone. So that's why the club knows it. The club is completely agree with me. So, and we're going to find the best way for all of us.
Phil said that he has had an issue with his ankle. Was that a conversation that took place between the club and England about leaving him out, or was it Tuchel's decision?
No, I don't know about the England national team, but it's true that a long time he's struggling with the ankle. Yeah, but what happened in the national team belonged to Thomas.
And Erling hasn't scored for the last 3 games since returning from injury. Is he just feeling his way back, or is it to do with the service, or what?
Every game is going to play is getting better, and on Sunday is going to help us to qualify for the Champions League next season.
Thank you.
Hi, Pep. You're obviously without Mateo Kovacic on Sunday. Listening to what you were saying about Rodri earlier, does that mean it's a bit too soon for him to start, or given the magnitude, can you start him?
No, he's not going to start. He's not ready to start.
And in terms of, as you say, having too many players at the moment, does that mean that you're obviously not going to tell us the names and the numbers of people you might want to get rid of, but does that mean you're going to have some awkward conversations with players after the season's finished, that maybe some of them have to realise?
Never is awkward when it's honest, the conversations, never ever. So, but we'll take in, listen, it belongs to the club. The club will take the conversations with the agents, the players, for the players maybe come or maybe leave. Because now everything is completely, sometimes with the club when they talk to me, I say, don't talk to me now. So do what you have to do, because I'm enough concerned about the teams, about Bournemouth, about the Crystal Palace before, and Southampton before, now Fulham. This is only I'm concerned.
Will Phil go with you to America, or does he need that time to rest his ankle?
No, in principle we come to America, yeah.
And for players who might be leaving the club during the summer, will they be travelling as well, or will they be?
I don't know yet. I don't know. And every single player, I'm not involved. I don't know. And the club, and after on Monday, we will see it and we'll start to talk about what we have to do.
But just on from that, is there a possibility that Kyle might go to America with you?
Sorry?
Is there a possibility that Kyle might go to America with you? Kyle Walker?
No.
Definitely not?
No.
And can I just talk about the Fulham game? Obviously, it's been a different season for your team. Usually in sort of high-pressure moments, we always expect your team to get over the line and make sure they win that game. There's no concern, I presume, from your part that in a pressure moment at Fulham, when you need a result, that they won't be able to deliver in the way they have done in the past?
It's a really tough game away, always have been. You know, the games we play against Fulham recently, last year, is always 2-1, 3-2, so tight. They have incredible momentums, and there we won, but always in the tight games. We play there to win the Premier Leagues, because it was at the end of the season every time, and I remember perfectly how tough it would be. And tomorrow we're in exception, but the situation is clear. So when we play in the Champions League, you have to take a result there. So, and that is what we're going to do. So, and yeah, we see today, tomorrow trainings, how the people they are fit, that we are going to play, and in different shapes and different ways, and see how the players are more fit and focused, and go to London to take the result we need.
Hi Pep. I know you've had a lot of injuries this season, a heck of a lot. I know, as Rob just said, your captain left in January. So is it too simplistic to say that if Rodri had stayed fit, you would have challenged for the title? Is that just too easy to sort of say that?
Many things happen, not just about Rodri. Rodri would have been better, that's sure, but there was many other challenges, not just from Rodri.
And with regard to the Club World Cup, if he grows into that tournament, if he can get back to fitness, this is Rodri. Yeah, will that give you a sort of really good chance of maybe winning it with him if he's back to his best?
The World Cup?
Yeah, the Club World Cup.
I don't know. The competition is new. Listen, what happened this year in the Champions League and other competitions, so step by step. So I'm sorry to tell you, but that's not really 1 second focus about the World Cup. It's been a really tough season, and the last month have been really, really tough, winning really important games. And I knew, I said maybe here in the team, in the squad, so I knew that this season arrived in the last moment, 95 minutes, Fulham will be decide if we were playing Champions League next season or not. And I was not wrong. So I knew it that arrived until the end, in the last corner, and you have to be ready.
Hi, Pep. I'm afraid I've got another Club World Cup question. James McAtee said he would have to maybe decide on playing at the Club World Cup or the Under-21 Euros. I think Rico Lewis has been left out of the senior England squad as well. Has a decision been taken on either of those two players?
Not yet. It normally happen when go to the World Cup or European Cup. Would happen when I would say we are running holidays, so that's why they go. But now the situation is here. They have to talk. I don't know if now I'm making a joke. I'm so funny guy, so I don't know who's going to pay the salary in this month. It's national teams or the club when they decide to go to under-21. So I don't know who's going to pay it, but he's going to decide. I would say the players with the club. They have to talk with the sport director, and they have to decide what they want to do.
Do you have any input in that, in terms of would you like those two?
I know. Then the lead, the manager for under-21, asked to the club, both players, to go to under-21, to Euro. But I don't know the resolution right now.